My name is Daniel Reyes. I'm 33 years old. 10 weeks ago, I gave my father my kidney and saved his life. And on December 3rd, at his miracle recovery dinner, my mother stood up smiling like she had just won something, raised her glass and said, "To Sophia, my brave daughter, the one who saved your father." 20 people cheered. Glasses clinked. My sister cried on cue, and not a single person looked at me. Not one. I sat there with a fresh surgical scar burning through my side, stitches still healing under my shirt, my savings completely wiped out, and a body that will never be the same again. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. This wasn't a mistake. They didn't forget. They erased me. But what they didn't know, what no one at that table knew, was that my father had already made a decision that would destroy everything they thought they controlled. And when the truth came out, my sister didn't just lose the spotlight, she lost everything. If you're watching this right now, comment where you're watching from. I read every single one. Because what I'm about to tell you, it didn't start at that dinner. It started 33 years ago, with a family that decided I didn't matter. I grew up in a house where silence said more than words. My mother didn't scream. She didn't hit. She didn't need to. She just ignored me. My sister Sophia was everything. Perfect grades, perfect smile, perfect daughter. And me? I was the backup plan that no one ever planned to use. At birthdays, Sophia got parties. I got, "We'll celebrate later." At school events, my mom sat front row for Sophia. For me? If I can make it, she never did. Even my dad, he wasn't cruel. That almost made it worse. He just let it happen. He'd pat my shoulder, tell me you're strong. Like strength was supposed to replace love, and I believed it for years. Because when you grow up invisible, you learn how to disappear. Fast forward to October 2025. I was eating alone in my apartment when I got the call. Not from my mom, not from Sophia, from my uncle. "Your dad collapsed. Kidney failure. It's bad." I remember just staring at the wall. Because somehow, even in a crisis, I still wasn't the first person they called. I got to the hospital 40 minutes later. They were already there. My mom and Sophia sitting side by side like always. When my mom saw me, she sighed, like I was an inconvenience. "Daniel, we're handling it," she said. Handling it. Like I wasn't even part of the family. But then the doctor came out, and everything changed. Stage 4 kidney failure. He needs a transplant. Fast. And suddenly, there was silence. Real silence. Because now, this wasn't about attention. This was about survival. The doctor said, "We need to test immediate family members." My mom looked at Sophia. Sophia looked at the floor, and no one said anything except me. "I'll do it." They both turned to look at me like I had said something strange, like I had broken a rule. "You don't have to," my mom said quickly. "Not thank you. Not that means a lot. Just, you don't have to." But I already knew. I wasn't doing this for her, or Sophia. I was doing it for him. Because despite everything, he was still my dad. The next morning, I got tested. Alone. No one came with me. No one asked how it went. 3 days later, I got the call. "Daniel, you're a perfect match. Perfect. 98% compatibility. Rare. The kind of match doctors hope for." I sat in my car, and I cried. Because I knew what it meant. There was no excuse now. It was me. Only me. That night, my mom called a family meeting, which really meant a decision had already been made, and I was just there to hear it. Sophia sat next to her. Of course. My dad looked tired, smaller somehow. I said it before anyone else could. "I'm a match. I'll do the surgery." Silence. Then my mom leaned back, studying me. "You're sure you can handle that?" she asked, like I was applying for something. "I'm sure." Sophia crossed her arms. I was going to get tested too. A lie. She hadn't even tried. My dad spoke quietly. If Daniel's willing, we move forward. Something shifted. Small, but real. A week later, Sophia announced a fundraiser. Everyone praised her. Of course they did. It was visible. It was public. I asked if it would mention the donation. She smiled. It's about family. But it already felt like a story I wasn't part of. The surgery came. I went in alone. Woke up in pain. Asked for my dad. He was fine. Asked for my family. They're with him, of course. Hours passed. No one came. And that's when it hit me. Even after everything, I was still second. But at 2:13 a.m., my father came into my room, weak, barely standing, but determined. I had to see you, he said. He held my hand. I know what they're doing. I didn't answer. Because I knew too. They won't give you credit. His grip tightened. I'm going to fix this. I told him he didn't have to. He said, yes, I do. Then he whispered, tomorrow, a lawyer is coming. I didn't understand. Not yet. The next morning, while I was alone in recovery, he changed everything. Medical control, life insurance, company ownership, all to me. And I didn't know. Weeks passed. Pain. Bills. Silence. Meanwhile, Sophia became the hero. Fundraiser. Media. Praise. My name erased completely. Then came the dinner, the toast, the applause, the lie, and when I stood to leave, my father grabbed my wrist and slipped me a note. Read it and sit. I opened it under the table, my hands shaking. I changed everything. You have control. They don't know. I looked up at him, and for the first time in my life, I wasn't invisible anymore. I was the one holding the truth, the power, and they had no idea what was coming next.